No, the truth is all the time there, but if you remember, I said truth is quite sleepy. Truth is a non-doer. Truth loves to relax. Now add this to the fact that the truth appears to you in the form that is relevant to you. And then you will realize why Krishna says, Yada yada hi dharmasya glanirбhavati bharata. That I come to you as a savior, as a rescuer, when there is a decline or loss of dharma. You get the question? What he's saying is, if the truth is a continuity, ever present, without interruption, then why is Krishna saying that he comes only periodically? Why is he not there always? He is there always. But to whom? To the one who is tuned into him always. If you are tuned in always, then Krishna is there always for you. The headmaster is always there in the school. But when the class gets particularly noisy, then he shows up with the stick at the door. Only at that moment does he physically show up with the stick at the door. Does he mean that all this while he was not there in the school? He was there. Probably he was also watching using the CCTV. He was watching the class was not watching him. When does the class get to watch him? Only when he shows up. So when Krishna is saying, I show up when there is a decline in dharma, what he's saying is, you will see me in that particular moment of great decline of dharma. That does not mean that Krishna comes only episodically. He was there always, you were not able to see him, and because you were not able to see him, hence you got noisy as a class. The entire fall in dharma happened precisely because you were not able to appreciate that Krishna is there all the time. Had the class known that it is being watched by the headmaster using the CCTV camera, would the class have dared to get noisy? No? Same is the condition of mortals. They start thinking that Krishna is not at all there just because Krishna is not physically evident. So they get noisy, like all the Kauravas did and all the other mischievous ones did. And then Krishna has to show up in his physical form, carrying the stick or the Sudarshan Chakra, whatever.
At the very same time, but decline is always happening, like, because say we are conditioned and we are conditioned to do something wrong. So in that sense,
No, if the decline is always happening, then it would have been a free fall, right? If there is something that is always happening, then there is no end to it. And the world would have continuously kept sinking to lower and lower depths. That is not the case. There are periods of fall of dharma, then there are periods of resurgence. So it continues that way. No. Going inside and knowing the subject and object together are just the same thing. Yet, it is more clear when you say that you must know both subject and object together, just as the Upanishads say, you must have Vidya and Avidya both. It's a clearer way of saying, go inside. Because what is it that you will find when you go inside? Will you find only the subject? The mind is the subject. But does the mind ever exist without objects? So even when you go inside, you will find both the subject and the object. But it's not a very wise way to say that spirituality involves going inside. Technically, what is being said is correct. Spirituality does involve going inside. But remember that when you go inside, what you find there is a lot of outside. That inside cannot exist without the outside. The mind is a crucible that is full of the world. Right? So it's the same thing. So there is a subject, and there is the world that the subject projects and is surrounded with. What do you identify with? The world or the subject? When you say there is I and there is the world, who are you, I or the world? I. So you are identified with the subject or the object? With the subject, right? So if you are in trouble, who is to be explored, the subject or the object? Who is the troubled one? The subject, right? So when we say you will find Krishna within, you go into the suffering of the I and you will find that the I is eager, anxious to reach a point of finality. That point of finality is euphemistically called Krishna. Are you getting it? Krishna is that which keeps you unsettled, crazy, desirous, probing, longing. That is what is meant by saying that when you will go within, you will find Krishna. Why will you find Krishna only when you go within? Unless you probe that I, how will you know what that I is so desirous of? Probe the I, and your probe will necessarily take you to the finality that this I is so eager to come to. Getting it? That does not mean that Krishna is sitting somewhere in your head or in heart and dancing or playing the flute. No. It only means that your insides are experiencing a severe lack or deficiency or absence of something. So Krishna is to be realized through his absence. It's his absence that makes you crazy. It's his absence that keeps you so disturbed, even neurotic. You're missing something. That something that you are missing is Krishna. But once you, the funny part in this is, once you know that you are missing something, you will get what you are missing. And then you can say, yes, I went inside and found Krishna. Not getting quite clear. Spirituality involves the discipline of restraining yourself from image making. I have repeatedly said that the spiritual path proceeds via demolition, negation, not via construction or affirmation. So if it is said that there is Krishna inside you, then you have to proceed very carefully with this statement. The Krishna inside you is not a positive image. The Krishna inside you is a void, a vacancy, a gaping hole asking to be filled up. That's the only way you can experience Krishna in your lives. You cannot experience Krishna as a beautiful something. You cannot say, oh, I was there in that temple and I had my Krishna moment. You cannot say I was there on the mountains and the gurgle of the stream made me experience Krishna. All this is just fantasy, wishful image making. Krishna is to be experienced in your midnight wails. Krishna is to be experienced in your daily torment. Krishna is to be experienced, as I said, in that which you are badly missing, not in that which you are positively experiencing. Your positive experiences will not take you to Krishna. They will only take you more and more into the rut of the world. That's where they come from, the world. On the other hand, the void within stubbornly refuses to be filled in by the world, right? Now that's where Krishna is. The one who is beyond the world, and the proof is that everything in the world proves insufficient in filling up that void. Why does it prove insufficient? Because it is a Krishna-sized void. It's a huge, infinite void. Therefore, the entire world cannot fill it up. Krishna is to be experienced through your pain, not through your bliss. Those who say, oh, I am experiencing Krishna bliss, are just fooling themselves. Krishna is there in your tears, in everything that keeps you mad. Getting it?